I don't know about you guys, but I'm sick and tired of losing to these mother. Dallas still stinks. Yo, but the way it kicked Dingbat here, I gotta tell you, I am so sick and tired of losing to this team. It is absolutely crazy. And the Eagles, if they can beat the Bucs this weekend, if they go down there and they beat them, the Eagles will be in a great position in terms of tiebreakers in conferences when it comes to the end of the year to have home field advantage. This game is bigger than a lot of people think. Not just because of trying to beat a team that has been beating you over the last many games, but because tiebreakers do matter. NFC head-to-head matchups matter. This game could very well matter. Who are the real Super Bowl contenders in the NFC conference? The Eagles, the Rams, the Bucs, the Lions, and the Packers. That would be my top five. Well, guess what? The Eagles play all five of them, okay? And if you already beat the Rams, but let's say you beat the Bucs and you beat either the Lions or the Packers, you would be 3-1 in those four games, and you most likely are going to end up with the number one seed in the NFC. That's what you want. Now, in this game, the first thing we got to look at is the injury report for both teams. I'm going to start off with the Eagles here, okay? So, the Eagles injury report, they have, and this is pretty good news for the Eagles, I think, going into that game. Adoree Jackson, groin, limited practice, doubtful. Well, maybe that's not good. Maybe that is good. I don't know how to take this one, okay? But Adoree Jackson, groin, doubtful to play. Then, everybody else has been pretty much upgraded to full practice. Zach Bond, practiced. Jahad Campbell, practiced. Lane Johnson, practiced. Tanner McKee, practiced. Will Shipley, practiced. Those guys are all practiced, are all playing, and that is a very, very good sign. Very good sign for the Eagles. Now, as far as the Bucs injury report, I bring this up because I think they're a pretty banged up team. And I think the loss of Mike Evans is going to play a huge factor in this game. Mike Evans is one of those guys that always seems to get the best of us. He just does. He always seems to have great games against us. And in their injury report, and everybody's known all week, he is already out. Okay, so the Bucs injury report is this: Mike Evans out, Christian Azine out, Chris Godwin Jr. questionable. Now I believe he is going to play. How much? How many snaps will he get? He'll probably be on a limited count. Logan Hall, questionable. Baker Mayfield, questionable. Apparently it's a tricep injury or something. Baker Mayfield, questionable. Could be a very interesting... Of course, it would be a game changer. Because if he don't play, then what? They go with Bridgewater? I don't think that would help them. But most likely, Mayfield's going to play. It didn't sound like there was any chance he wouldn't. Tristan Wirfs, questionable. So that's their injury report for the Bucs. On paper, it looks like great for the Eagles, but here's the thing. Adoree Jackson is the weakest link in that defense. Well, perhaps the weakest link. That edge rushing spot has not been good for us, but if we want to say that the weakest spot is that outside cornerback, that cornerback 2 spot, well, it looks like Kelee Ringo is going to get his chance. Will he stand up and run with the job? Look, this is Ringo's shot. He gets a shot. He can right now, go out there, play good, and perhaps run away with the job. But he's going to have to go out, and he's going to have to do the mother humper. Let's face it, it's going to have to be done. Now, before we get into this matchup and what I like, a quick word I got to share with you. Now would be a great time to talk about our new sponsor, ProfitX. ProfitX is the ultimate sports prediction market. Join thrilling sweepstakes to make peer-to-peer plays with fellow fans. Set your own odds for bigger payouts. All legal in 40 states. Outsmart your friends. Elevate your game with ProfitX. All you got to do is use promo code Philly500 at the sign up to get up to $200 in Profit X cash. That's $200 in Profit X cash. All you have to do is use promo code Philly500. Must be of legal age. Void where prohibited. Start now at Profit X. One of the plays that I really like this week, especially with the Eagles, is I like the Eagles minus 3.5. The Eagles are minus 3.5 on Profit X. I'm taking that. I'm taking it because I think they're going to win by 7 points at least. I think this is going to be the best game of the year for the Eagles. I think it's going to be their best offensive performance, and I think they're itching to beat the Buccaneers. I think the Eagles are going to pull this out, win this game, and if you like this, you could go to Profit X, get $200 in Profit X cash. Just use promo code Philly500. That's Profit X, promo code Philly500. Get $200 in Profit X cash. Shout out to Profit X. Shout out to Profit X for sponsoring today's video. We appreciate it very much. Now, as far as the Eagles-Bucs game goes, this game, it's going to be hot. They said it's going to be over 100 degrees on the field. That's why the Eagles left a day early to try to acclimate to the weather. Now, I'm going to be honest with you. You're not acclimating to that humidity and stuff in one day. It's just not going to happen. So the Eagles are going to have to man up, and they're just going to have to go out there and play. Now, Baker Mayfield was taking shots at basically like if they have to leave a day early, it's already in their head. That's what he's saying. The Buccaneers, they've got this attitude like they're going to roll all over us. That's what they think is going to happen. We've got to make sure it don't. All right? Now, as far as the Eagles go, as far as the Eagles' defense going up against that offense, look, the Buccaneers can throw the ball. Baker Mayfield has 6 touchdowns on the year. They do rank 22nd, I believe, 22nd in passing offense, the Buccaneers. And they're without Mike Evans. We'll see how much Godwin can actually play. And really, Emeka Egbuka is the guy you got to worry about. The rookie is off to a fantastic start. He has been great, okay? And Emeka Egbuka is going to be their main priority in that passing game. It looks like Sterling Shepard's going to be another guy out there. I'm not worried about Sterling Shepard, okay? Emeka Egbuka, yes. Of course, where are they going to put Emeka Egbuka? Will the Eagles have Q shadow him? That's what I would like to see, but we'll see if that actually happens. And then that cornerback 2 spot is where the Eagles usually get picked on. But Kelee Ringo is going to get his chance. He's going to get a chance to start most likely because Adoree Jackson is going to be out. And I hope he has a fantastic game and just wins the job. I want the problems at this second cornerback spot to go away. As far as what other problem I think the Eagles have on defense is those edge rushers have not played well. They have not gotten home. We've got 3 sacks in 3 games, okay? Trey Hendrickson, for example, has 2 sacks by himself. The Eagles edge rushers have to get home. We're getting great push up the middle. Carter, Davis, they've done a fantastic job. But we need those edge rushers to get home. The Buccaneers with their line is banged up. So this may be the first time we get to see those edge rushers start to get home a little bit. And then, of course, you also got to worry about the Buccaneers. You have to worry about their running game. Irving, White, those guys do a good job running the ball. And, really, the Buccaneers do a good job running the ball. I think they're ranked 7th. I think they're averaging about 130 yards a game. So the Buccaneers run the ball well. And I think if the Eagles can basically defense, and this is harder than I know, but you need 3rd and longs. You need to put Baker Mayfield in 3rd and long situations. Force them to throw where they don't have Mike Evans, and if you could get off the field on 3rd down, it's huge. One of the problems that happened, if you remember last year, the Eagles' first 3 drives were times the Buccaneers drove the field. They went and scored touchdowns, and they were long, sustained drives, and that defense was out on a hot field way too long. Can't have that. You got to get off on 3rd down, and you're going to have to be good on 1st and 2nd down, meaning you can't have Baker Mayfield 3rd and 4, 3rd and 5. He will beat you with his legs as well as his arm. We need to do a better job. We need to do a way better job stopping the run. Force them into third and longs, and I think we're going to have a good shot. But can't play. You have to be much better than you were a week ago with the run game because they will run the ball on you. So these are the big things that they've got to go and do on defense. Keep them on third and long and get off the field. The more you get off the field and less time you're out there, the better. You want your team to have juice left in the fourth quarter. Then, when you look at the Eagles' offense, okay, going up against the Buccaneers' defense, I'll say this. This is where I think the Eagles are going to come out and they're going to play really good. I think we're hearing, Saquon Barkley, Devontae Smith, Jalen Hurts. We've heard these guys all week talking about aggressiveness. And Saquon basically said that Patullo has been stressing being more aggressive. The Eagles found their identity in the second half of that game. Okay, yes, we still are going to run the ball. We're still going to pound the ball. But in the NFL, I always say this, it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter who you are. If you're one-dimensional, teams will shut you down. And the Eagles, they were running pretty much the same play every time, trying to run the ball. Teams know it's coming, running on first down especially. And it hurt the Eagles. It really did. Once they were able to start throwing the ball, once they got A.J. Brown active, and you got to get him going early. You look at the tape. The Rams defense begins to back off, and all of a sudden Barkley pops off like a 12-yarder, an 11-yarder, an 8-yarder, okay? You got to keep it up. The Eagles need to come out, and they need to throw the ball. They need to throw the ball, get A.J. Brown and Devontae Smith involved early, and they need to just back off that Buccaneers defense. Also, I would use play action fake. The Eagles don't do it enough, especially on first down. The Eagles' telltale sign is that they love to run on first down. Teams expect it. You've got to start going away from some of the things you do very heavy. So I want to see play action. I want to see come out passing, come out with play action. Get those receivers early. That will soften up that defense where running Barkley and start pounding the ball will work. Now, I actually think that that's exactly what the Eagles are going to do, okay? I really do. And the Buccaneers, their pass defense is ranked 20th, okay? They're very good against the run, but their pass defense, you can throw on them. They're 5th in rush defense. So I think they only give up about 84 yards a game. I think this all changes. I think the Eagles, we're going to see them come out early. I think they're going to establish that passing game. And then when they start to run, I think you're going to see Barkley break off the big ones. Boom, 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 boom. And there you go. He's going to have a monster game as far as I'm concerned. The other guy you got to worry about, I'm also worried a little about Reddick. Not because I think Reddick is what he was 3-4 years ago, but Reddick is a streaky guy, and he's got 1 sack this year. And sometimes, when he starts to get going, it's like 3-4 sacks. So I want to take care of him, shut him down, and I think there will be plays to be made. And look, the Bucs are stout run against the run, but I do think there will be plays to make, especially outside in the running game. But you have to establish the pass, and I think the Eagles are going to do that. I think this game is going to be a back and forth game. I think the Eagles are sick and tired of losing to this team. And I got the Eagles going to Tampa Bay. And I think they're going to win 28-24 over the Buccaneers. And they're going to go to 4-0. And when they go to 4-0, that's a problem for the rest of the league. Because they'll beat the next 4 teams easy. And if they either beat Green Bay or Detroit, then most likely you're looking at a team that could be the number 1 seed in the NFC Conference. Let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Give me your scores. I'd love to hear it. We'll be streaming this game, of course, Sunday, as well as many other games. So with that said, take care. Talk to you later. Of course, don't be a dingbat. Remember, it's how we vision. We're all just living in it. Keep an eye on Mark Holmes this weekend because Sunday night he may completely lose it. That guy is all over the place. He's all over the place. Well, one day the Cowboys suck. It's the worst thing in the world. Oh, they're going to be better. Here they come. And I'll be happy about this, be sad about this. I don't know how they make it. I don't know how they do it. This guy is a lunatic. Denzel Washington out.
That's all, folks.
The brother screwed us.